What? 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 Why can't you? 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 Well, I did this. Why can't you?
Hello and welcome everyone to the best show
Ever.
out
Ever.
right now. I mean, name me one show better. I'll wait. You know what? Name me 7,000 shows better. I'll wait.
We're the best goddamn show ever.
We wouldn't have people. We wouldn't have a studio audience ready to rip this place to shreds if we weren't the best show on the internet. My name is Mikey Tim.
I'm Tim. I'm Mikey's white friend.
Yes, he has been cookout certified.
Ooh, am I cookout certified?
Yeah, you'd be all right in some cookouts. I could take you. And it wouldn't be a thing. They might be serving a heater. You never know. My cookouts have all kinds of people at them. All kinds.
He'd come, maybe he'd come, maybe he wouldn't even come. I think maybe he wouldn't even come. You'd say,
But we have a full docket. Who's here today? Oh, I have to change the title on what's it called? Twitch.
Oh, why?
They don't like what I'm
Oh, I see the title. Yes, I can see why Twitch doesn't like it.
I bleeped it.
They're still like, oh, we know what those symbols
We
mean.
know what that word means. What if I say EFF?
Tim Ballum says evening flaps.
Evening flaps. I
Is
imagine
that-
that's how he sounds.
Is that going to become a thing? Are we going to be like flaps now? Flappers?
The flaps.
Maybe we should change the name of the network to the Flap Network.
The big flap network.
The Big Flap Network.
Biggest flaps network. Longest flaps.
Only flaps?
Roundest flaps.
Roundest, God.
Stickiest flaps. Adjectives are fun. We have a full show. Hello, Chrissy, Russell, Tim Ballum. What's up, y'all? It's just the three of us, four of us, five of us today.
Well, till everyone else shows up.
No, we're just talking to them. The people who are here right at the start. That's the only people I'm responding to. These three gentlemen are the only people I'm responding to for the whole show. I was proactive this morning.
Ooh.
And actually got us a newsletter. So all of the links that we use in today's show, I will have in a community post that will go up as soon as we're done. Because I don't think, I guess I could do it now, huh?
Hey, you can probably do it now.
It's done. Control A, Control C.
Are waiting
Whoops.
for the.
Didn't mean to push that. Shall we begin?
Sure.
Let us begin. What is a flap in this context?
I don't know.
We're still waiting for the answer, but we're laughing anyway.
You know, a while ago, Mikey and I were playing Halo, and we discovered a new word.
Yes.
And the word was slunge. And it did mean something at one point. And now the word is just, it's like the word fuck. You can just use it for any part of the English language. So let's put flap in that category. You can just, it is what it is.
Because it's a lunge, plus it's done with an energy sword. So slunge. Just
Yes.
Slunge into somebody. You
like
know.
a sliding lunge.
Yeah. Sorting. A sliding sword lunge. Slunge. It makes sense.
We even got t-shirts.
It's true. I almost wore that low key, but I'm wearing my what is this?
Oh, I got
Big Run Wolf Ranch Bite Me.
Guinness
Because there's wolves not too far away from me in a reserve, like in a park. Where you can go visit them. They're very pretty.
Foxes. There's a fox den outside my house somewhere because I always see them running around.
Yo, I remember it was like right after high school, and I still have insomnia. I'm blaming it on the kid now, but I'm like walking with my fucking disc Walkman. It's like fucking 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just walking down the sidewalk, and there's a fucking red fox also walking on the sidewalk, and I was like, and it's looking at me like, I was like, well, I don't eat foxes, and like, well, I don't eat black dudes. And it's like, all right, looks like our business is complete here. And then like, I walked past, and it kind of went like next to the bushes, next to a building. I was like, okay. 2 seconds later, I hear. I'm like, oh no, there was a rabbit in there. Oh no.
Oh no.
I should have avoided me and like found a rabbit that was hiding. And I was like,
at my previous house, I also encountered a fox or two. And the last time I encountered a fox, it was like late at night. I was letting out Zeus to do his business. And I heard this. It sounded like a child screaming in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what the fuck is that? And it kept going. I was like, it's like 11 o'clock at night. There's no way the neighbors have like kids that are out that are like screaming. No. And I look over, and down the street in the road, there's a fox just like chilling. Just like laying in the street, like he owns the fucking place.
He's tired.
Making that horrifying sound. And I was like, Zeus, we gotta fucking, I know that it's a fox and like it's not gonna get us, but we gotta go inside right now. It might be a haunted fox.
I mean, it's not like you had a mastiff out for a walk.
Right. No, he's a little pug and he's blind, so he doesn't know what's going on. But I was like, Zeus, we gotta go inside right now.
Are you on TikTok ever?
I don't have a TikTok because I don't understand it.
Okay.
But I see TikTok reels on Instagram.
There's a guy, I don't know what his name is, Crazy Steven, maybe. And he kind of talks like this, kind of like a mix between what was that? Triumph theme, so comic dog, and just a general stupid voice.
Yeah.
And he does like dog breeds. And Purgs are one of my favorite dogs. The Purg is the larva stage of a sea lion. And I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
They're little seals just condensed. It's like
I always thought
you put it in the water and it grows overnight. Like that's a pug. You put a pug in a kiddie pool, you'll have a full ass sea lion in the morning.
I always thought that pugs were like the first, like if pugs were Pokemon, they'd be the first stage of what would eventually become, what's that really like wrinkly dog?
Sharpei.
The Sharpei, yeah. Like pugs poke evolve into Sharpeis. Like that's pug, how I see them.
Pug to pit bull to Sharpei. But then you can go the Boston route, which goes Bosty to Rottweiler to Doberman. It's got the cup, like the branch.
I want to give him like a rare candy, be like, God damn it, fucking evolve already.
Look, man, sometimes you're just stuck with Pikachu.
Just refuses to evolve into Raichu.
He didn't want to. He wanted to be himself, damn it. I don't care about your badges. And also, there's a theory going around in the Poke universe that Pikachu was Giovanni's, the leader of Team Rocket and the Sylph Corporation. That's why he's so fucking strong. Because he's a level 100 Pikachu when Ash got him. Which is why he doesn't listen to him. Because if you don't have enough badges, they don't listen. So, like Charizard did, but more violent.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, that's enough bluster. You guys have been thoroughly warmed up. Now it's time for the main course. And for that, we're going to Lamarck City.
The city's now former city manager to turn himself in on charges of arson and falsifying his job application. 5 warrants have been issued for J.B. Pritchett. The city announced he resigned from his role last week, but it is unclear when he will be arrested or turn himself into police. KPRC2 reporter Corley Peel joins us live outside Lamarck City Hall. And she actually spoke with Pritchett today. Corley.
Keith, I spoke with JB Pritchett briefly on the phone this afternoon. He didn't tell me where he is, but he did say as of right now, he's
tell
not
me where he
commenting
is.
against
The
him.
first
He
question.
did tell
So, what's your exact GPS coordinates right now? I'm not going to tell the cops. I just want to know for the story.
Can you tell me exactly where you are?
What's across the street from you?
he does hope to eventually share his side of the story. As of right now, I asked him if he plans on turning himself in. Again, he told me he's not commenting, but he did say he has an attorney. I did sit down with the police chief tonight. He told me there is not a deadline for when Pritchett needs to turn himself in by. He does encourage that he do it soon. This was the crime scene outside JB Pritchett's home on July 3rd.
Man, it's so sad to see the Lamarck City manager. His own home was a target of violence. It's so sad.
It's where Police Chief Randall Aragon says the former city manager is accused of vandalizing and setting his own fence on fire.
Wait, so this is like really dumb arson.
He burned his own shit.
Making it look like the crime was done by someone else.
There were a lot of questions, a lot of thoughts about, it didn't look
Yo, Chief ain't buying it.
too appropriate.
Spray painted letters on the fence spelled out an expletive toward Pritchett and Lowry rules, referring to Lamarck Councilman Joseph Lowry.
Man's in the middle of the night wrote O'Doyle rules on his own fence.
Investigators found the materials Pritchett used for the fire inside of his home.
Oops.
How dumb? How dumb do you have to be? Listen, I am not advocating for arson. Arson is bad. You shouldn't start fires. However, if theoretically you were to start a fire, why would you leave the fire making materials in your house?
He left the spray paint cans in the garage.
Why?
The same color as the paint on his fucking fence.
Ain't you ever seen any crime drama ever?
You bury that shit in the backyard, never talk about it for 40 years, and then throw it in the garbage like nothing happened.
Bro, watch like one episode of Law and Order.
Ask somebody.
Or Breaking Bad. They were dumb, and even they could get away with it for a certain amount of time.
I don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
Chief Aragon says Lowry is who reported to police that Pritchett was allegedly lying on his job applications. Pritchett first served as the city's public relations manager, was promoted to deputy city manager, then became city manager a couple months ago. Pritchett's application claimed he served.
Have you ever served in any branch of the United States Armed Forces? Yes. If yes, complete the following. Enlistment date 2007, discharge date 2013. Medical discharge. He's a veteran, Tim.
If he lied about being in the military, I think that's a felony.
In the military.
We have no record of it. There's no record at this point.
But he's never served.
Yes, never been in the military.
Pritchett is also accused of lying about degrees.
Look, brother, you graduated from Sachet. Holy shit. I've never seen those letters in that combination. He graduated, then he went to University of Texas, and he got his BA in public affairs and digital communication. Like, he did the thing, all right, as a veteran. Don't ask what years.
And schools, investigators say he did not attend.
If you served in the military, you deserve extra distinction, but don't be untruthful about it. And same thing with education. We all work hard for our education, the degrees, and you get these higher level degrees, but you're demeaning the rest.
Yeah, you're making Tim's 15 degrees worthless. You piece of shit, lying about it.
When you say you have something you don't have.
Last week, City Council accepted Pritchett's resignation with 5.
Oh, poor Georgie boy. He's got to report to jail soon if he hasn't already.
He's already in jail.
Oh, we should put some money on his books. George was instant entertainment from top to bottom.
He was.
warrants under his belt, Aragon says it's time for Pritchett to come forward.
I would just say, JB, come in and face the music.
And I did reach.
And she called him earlier, and he just is like, "Look, I'm not."
Listen, I'm not telling you where the nearest ATM is.
I'm not. Look, this is my secret Denny's, and I'll never tell you where I am.
Out to Pritchett's attorney for comment this evening. I have not heard back, but we will update you once we do. Now, as for the city manager position right now, city officials tell me that there is an interim currently. However, she did put in her resignation.
I'm glad they didn't name her Lemon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if they would have named her Banana.
Oh my God, her parents should have named her like Banana Peel. Come on, it's right there.
Corley.
Or something like unassuming, like, I don't know.
Onion.
Oh yeah, onion peel.
And her last day is sometime next week. So the city plans to hold a special meeting.
Put your onions in the chat.
To determine.
Don't do it. Apple peel.
Apple peel.
Allie's here. Hey, Allie. And McKinnon, in-person impersonator. How y'all doing? The Megyn Kelly clone.
I don't know if that freeze frame is very
So are we just okay with fucking journalists or reporters with the fucking AirPods? No, I'm not okay with the AirPods.
I mean, that's instead of the earpiece though, right? And like normally they would have an earpiece, right?
Get an earpiece.
I think I'm fine with it. I mean, she's not like fucking listening to like Drake on there or anything.
How do we know?
Because listen, who listens to Drake? Come on.
No one now.
Not after the Super Bowl.
Not after A minor. Fuck that. I'm not gonna catch me listening nonstop at a traffic light. Like, oh look, a Drake fan. No, sir.
So this dude burned down his own house.
Correct. He tried to burn down parts of his fence. After he had spray painted the fence with his arch nemesis in the city councils. His last name Rules. Lawler Rules.
O'Doyle Rules.
Yeah, so fuck the guy, and then also my family is awesome.
Like how? What's the line of thinking there? What's the
They'll arrest him because he vandalized my property.
I see. But all the materials, all the evidence,
yes,
he left in his house.
Yes.
In his garage.
Very close to where the actual cop showed up. Yes.
And no one believes him, which is why he's being kept in a secret location.
He's probably like at his friend's house.
Right?
I mean, I could have found him. I mean, the city's not that big. You could find him. Just like go outside and honk your horn and wait and like drive around and then wait till you hear it in the background of the phone call.
I would just like start knocking on doors. Is he here?
Have you seen him? Have you seen this man?
Get a picture of him. Have you seen this man?
This civil servant has some answering to do.
He's wanted for burning his own house.
But I mean, to have the same color spray paint in the garage, freshly used, is like weak sauce, dog.
Yeah, at least hide it.
Just win your argument. You know what I mean? Just like don't suck. Okay, we're going to Kentucky
tonight with the sentencing of former Louisville police officer Brett Hankison. Hankison was one of 3 officers who fired into Breonna Taylor's home in March of 2020.
So let's do a little recap for maybe the Brits and people who don't remember this case. Breonna Taylor is an emergency tech. She works in ERs. Well, she was, and she was sleeping in her home with her boyfriend. And the cops performed a no-knock warrant because they thought that this was the house of a drug kingpin. So they came in with 6 or 7 officers, all armed to the teeth, kick in the front door and just start blasting. Anything that moves started getting blasted. Breonna's boyfriend actually shot and hit one of the cops because they never announced who they were. It's the middle of the night and they just busted in the door. They thought that they were getting robbed. So he pulled out his firearm, fired at the cops. I think he hit one of the cops. And he lived. And Breonna, who was sleeping in bed, was just laid into. They're going to talk about it a little bit in here, but you guys have to remember that it is the middle of the night. The cops have not announced who they are. Someone kicks in the front door and starts blasting.
But he's the only one of them to be charged and convicted for violating her civil rights. A judge sentenced Hankison to nearly 3 years in prison. The Justice Department had recommended he receive just 1 day.
1 day.
1 day. Fucking.
Yes.
How's that even a sentence? 1 day in prison.
1 day.
1 day in prison is what you sentence like an 18-year-old who like stole a couple of things. You want to teach him a quick lesson.
Stole the school bus.
Yeah.
Drove it to McDonald's and got everybody fucking McFlurries. Yeah, you're going to jail for a day.
Just to show you that your wacky antics can get you into trouble.
And you know that ice cream machine only works for so long and you wasted it on one bus of kids.
But it's definitely not the sentence for a cop who shot an innocent person.
I mean, this isn't just like one bullet came out. They all dumped their guns into this apartment.
Right.
Without knowing who was
like
in
it was
there.
A fucking Bonnie and Clyde situation.
Also, they were at the wrong fucking house.
Yeah.
Old address, wrong thing. They never surveilled the place. They never made sure that the target that they were looking for was actually inside the building. None of that. They just said, I heard that this was where he lived. And then they just came in the middle of the night and started kicking indoors. And this is the result.
Paul Valdez was in the courtroom.
Say her name.
Outside the courthouse, supporters of Breonna Taylor gathered awaiting the news. Inside, after more than 4 hours, a federal judge sentenced former Louisville police officer Brett Hankison to 33 months in prison. Hankison addressed the court, including members of Taylor's family, saying, "If I knew the facts I know now, I would have never fired my gun."
Great. 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Expensive lesson. The lady is dead. So, no, I'm sorry. 33 months ain't shit.
Yeah, and somebody come out that doorway, you know what I mean?
Prosecutors say Hankison violated the department's use of force policy when he blindly fired 10 shots into her home without a clear target.
This is what I'm saying. They were just dumping in the house because they thought that this was a drug dealer. As if those people don't deserve to go to court and go to jail or you know what I'm saying? Like, we have a legal system. You're not executors that just like go out on the street and like, oh, let me purge the non-believer. Like, they're not inquisitors that are just sent out to just destroy those that don't believe in the realm.
It's not fucking Judge Dredd.
We have a court system for a reason. You're supposed to, like, cops, as we clearly have seen, are not there to disengage or get rid of threats. They're not there to make everything safe. They're not there to save people. Uvalde showed us that. 60-something cops inside of a school while the guy is still shooting kids. None of the cops go in. It's not their job. None of those cops got in trouble. It's not their job to help us. Their job is to pick up people who have committed crimes and take them to jail so that the jail can put them in front of a judge. That's it.
Well, and police force in general, their goal was never protecting people. It's always protecting property, right?
Right.
It's not about individual people or serving communities. You know, even though they may have initiatives that say that they're going to do that, it still comes down to stuff like this where oops is what their explanation is. Well, I guess that was the wrong place.
And I'm pretty sure this is the same like drug sweeping crime unit that they installed because they were like, oh, we're gonna get tough on crime, so we're gonna like put together this strike force team and we're going to like do these raids and we're going to find the drugs and we're going to clean up this. No, they just broke the law and they would just move without warrants. And then like some of these fucking nasty judges were just giving them no-knock warrants with barely any evidence. Like
right.
The only thing they had for this apartment was the guy used to live there. But the guy used to live there like years ago. So if the guy lived there years ago, why are you kicking in the door, shooting things if you don't even know if he's in there? He wasn't fucking there.
If you have his current address, why not go there?
Last week, the Department of Justice recommended the judge sentence Hankerson to serve just 1 day in prison. Hankerson is the only officer who's been convicted for firing his weapon during the botched no-knock raid.
I was banging at the door and she said, "Who is it?" And the other started shooting.
I want to thank... I think that's the boyfriend.
Oh.
All of the activists here in Louisville, Kentucky, and all across America who kept saying her name for 5 years.
Breonna Taylor's mother, Tamika Palmer, spoke briefly after the sentencing.
I think the judge did the best she could with what she had to work with.
The sentence comes as the DOJ is shifting away from investigating police misconduct. 2 months ago, the DOJ announced it
I said shocking.
was beginning the process of dismissing civil rights lawsuits and
Yo, did you speak that lady cop back there? Hold on, dude.
DOJ announced it was beginning the process of dismissing civil rights lawsuits and consent decrees with several.
I want a female of. Oh shit, never mind.
Departments, including Louisville.
She looks like she could fucking like break half those guys.
I don't know whose joke this is, but they were like, talk to some big dude at the gym. Is like, are you here to lift weights or to eat them?
Now, 2 other Louisville police officers that were not ones that responded to the incident are still waiting for their day in court. They're accused of falsifying records that led to the search warrant for Breonna Taylor's apartment. John?
That's what I'm saying. They just got real fast and loose with everything. Like, oh no, for sure, Judge, we got him this time. They're just making shit up.
Falsifying records, going to the wrong place, just shoot first, ask questions later. Like, it's and the fact that the Justice Department, I mean, I shouldn't be surprised, but is not pursuing these matters anymore. It just shows what we were talking about yesterday with when fuck, I forgot what's his name. We were talking about he did the Surrounded.
Mehdi Hassan.
Mehdi Hassan was talking about how Trump is soft on crime.
Yeah.
And this is one of those things. He's soft on crime. Police commit crimes too.
A lot. A lot.
And it just goes to show that there's like a multi-tier justice system where certain people have certain privileges and certain people don't.
I mean, me and you could not just walk into the wrong person's house and start shooting everyone and get 33 months.
Yeah.
And then
get like life in prison.
And all the dudes were in the same like unit making bullshit up to cover up them just I think he's in there. Let's go. Come on, let's roll up. Fuck him. Let's go. Like, okay, tough guy.
Yeah.
There's no one in there but sleeping people. And no drugs. She's an ER technician. She's not high on drugs or moving bricks of cocaine out of her apartment. You made that shit up.
And like to the British folk, I've seen your police. They're very nice. They're not armed all the time. And yeah, I went to Ireland. I went to Dublin right after there was a riot that broke out because someone like stabbed a kid. Mm-hmm. And some like far right people came out and they burned a couple of buses. And
you're talking about the Farage riots?
I don't.
A couple years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago. We were there maybe 2 weeks after that happened, and the Gardaí were very much out, and there was a big presence of police in like Dublin city center. even that, they were barely armed.
Yeah.
Like there were police on every street corner, but they didn't seem imposing. You saw how our cops look.
We were talking about they look officer friendly. What are you talking about?
Every one of them is dressed like they're in fucking SWAT.
No, man, that's community outreach.
Like who would want to approach that police officer, that lady cop? Who would want to approach that lady cop?
I locked my keys in my never mind. I'll just break the window.
Please don't hurt me.
I'll just break it with my own face.
But like
so you don't have to.
I think there's a big difference between like the philosophy of like Irish police forces and let's say American police forces, where American police forces are heavily militarized. Some of them have fucking armored personnel carriers and fucking tanks.
Yeah. Which they don't know how to use.
And they all have fucking assault rifles and shit. Like they're armed to the fucking teeth.
There's an AR and a shotgun in all their trunks.
Yeah. And you know, nowadays some of the cops are wearing fucking face masks and shit, so you don't know who they are because they're
those
fucking working with ICE. Well,
yeah,
those
are just the ICE people. Which
a lot of them,
I think it's California. They're suing about that.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them are cops that have washed out of police forces, and then they're like, "Hey, do you want to be a bully for ICE?"
You know, they can't get work anywhere else because they've lied on the stand or gotten fired for any number of malfeasance.
Right. And you know, a lot of these cops, when they get in trouble, they move from department to department because they're allowed to, because they're very protected by the police unions, and they can just move from place to place regardless of what's on their record, and just show up in another department and be abusive there. And then when they get fired from that department, just move on.
Yeah.
There's no accountability.
There's actually a name for those disgraced officers, and those officers are on the Brady list. And officers on the Brady list cannot be brought forth for testimony because they've been deemed liars already.
Right.
So if they get in any trouble, they're not going to listen to any testimony that they put out. It's automatically assumed to be fraudulent. Because this is what they do. They just kind of lie and cover shit up. And I mean, it shouldn't take 5 years for this guy to get 3 years.
Right.
Why did it take so long?
It's just the police need accountability. That's what it comes down to. They need to be accountable for their actions. And when they fuck up like they did, they should be held accountable criminally.
Yeah.
They're not above the law.
And if it's certain teams that are allowed to like do all this extrajudicial action and just roll around with no knock warrants and do all that shit, city council, you're still in charge of the police.
Yeah,
for Louisville. So if you need to get more training in there, if you need to shut, I think it was like, I forget, it was some task force that they named themselves. One of the earlier, maybe 2019, 2017, there was a clip of like a 16-year-old on his like day off of work or something like that, and he was driving his mom's car, and he turned wide, you know, instead of turning into his own left lane, he turned into the right lane. Cop pulls him over, does this whole rigmarole. It's the same task force. It's the same ones that shot Breonna Taylor. It's the same team.
Right.
Same group of dudes.
Comment in the chat. American police don't know how to de-escalate situations. They go trigger happy, and then once they shoot the suspect died, they continue to unload. And it's not that they don't know how to de-escalate a situation, is they're not trained to de-escalate situations. Like,
no, they're trained to be afraid of every single person that they run into while they're wearing a uniform.
And they're also trained to be fucking warriors. The whole warrior training thing.
Yeah, it's them against us.
Yeah, they're trained to see us all as possible murderers, whatever.
Yeah. Potential criminals,
every one of us. And like you're right, Mikey, they're trained to be afraid of everything all the time, so their only response is to shoot.
That's why neighborhood policing is so much better, because I'm not sure what it's like in Louisville, but I know in Chicago and St. Louis, the people have a huge complaint when people don't live like in St. Louis proper. They live like across the river on the Illinois side, 25, 30 minutes away. but then they want to come in over here and then just act like with complete impunity. If you have to like go to the grocery store and your kids play t-ball together and all that, you're part of the community, and you won't jump up to the escalation that these guys jump up to every single time. But because they are completely detached from the community, and it's, I just work here, well, okay, but
yeah,
if you lived down the street from her, you wouldn't be kicking in her fucking door to effectuate a drug arrest on a lady who probably was trying to get some goddamn sleep because she got to go to work in the morning at, butt crack of dawn, working in the ER. So community policing is what needs to happen. And Zoran is 100% right. Get rid of regular cops doing all the jobs. Have specialized units for different things. Because if there were specialized units, there's no way they would have got a warrant to just kick in the wrong fucking address and start shooting everybody.
And while the defund the police movement was largely unsuccessful, they did make a good point in that cops shouldn't be doing all these different tasks that they're not trained to do. All these
my cat's in a tree, call the cops. My neighbors are being loud, call the cops. My husband's having a mental health breakdown, call the cops. My son's having a schizophrenic break, call the cops. My house is on fire, call the cops. There's a school shooting, call the cops. I don't know. My neighbor is arguing with me over property right, call the cops. They don't know any of the shit that you're asking them to do. They just know how to give you a ticket because your fucking tree is dangling from your mirror. They didn't train them for all that extra shit.
They do need to take some of the militarization money from these police departments and give them towards like social workers and psychologists and people who actually know how to solve the problems that cops are being called for that frankly aren't trained to solve.
Yeah.
They're not problems related to the law, then it shouldn't be the cop's job to deal with it.
A cop is an Uber. If you commit a crime, he Ubers you from the site of the crime to jail. And then the judge decides what your punishment is, if you deserve any punishment. That's all they like. I don't even know if they have guns. Like, if I'm not breaking the law, you don't need to cuff me. If you like, use your words. Hey, man, you have like 45 warrants. I do. Yeah, come on. Well, what if I run away? I mean, you could run, but I mean, where are you going to go? You're right. Let me get in the car. I mean, where are you going to hide today? There's nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, that one guy's in Lamarck City, he's hiding. But we're going to LA and we're going to listen to my favorite Trump. Not that one.
I don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
Not that one. This one.
Some of the troops Donald deployed to Los Angeles last month are finally heading home, but using the National Guard as props in a political stunt, that is going to leave a grievous wound on this country.
That's Mary Trump, his niece.
Here's ABC News with the report.
Who has always been a vocal opponent.
As we come on the
air. Who hates his fucking guts.
We're at 3. The military presence in Los Angeles is being reduced. The Pentagon confirming that 2,000 California National Guard troops are being withdrawn. President Donald Trump authorized their deployment to protect federal buildings.
That's right, Tim. The blue-haired they-thems have won the war against the National Guard.
And personnel following protests of immigration operations in Los Angeles. They were part of a 4,000 National Guardsmen that were sent to the city along with 700 active duty Marines. The deployment has been controversial and the center of legal challenges. California Governor Gavin Newsom argued the deployment was illegal and unnecessary.
And I would add unconstitutional. It is not just
well said, Mary Trump.
Newsom or Democrats who are calling the deployment unnecessary or illegal. Guardsmen themselves are speaking out. Now, technically, military orders bar them from talking about the federal deployment, but that hasn't stopped some of them. Several told reporters that morale is absolutely tanking. The New York Times spoke with 6 Guard members, 2 in leadership roles. They called the deployment a quote-unquote fake mission. And when leaders raised objections, they were ignored. The mental strain has been not inconsiderable. It's been reported that at least 105 soldiers sought mental health counseling during the deployment.
No, this is totally normal and fine. These soldiers will just do whatever Trump says, is what I keep getting told.
Oh, yeah, there's a certain person who's like, oh, yeah, they'll just do whatever he says without question, ever.
Opposition soon turned into open defiance. One source told the Times, quote, some troops became so disgruntled that
This is my favorite part. Guess what they did in protest? You'll never guess this.
They set things on fire.
Damn it. There were several reports of soldiers defecating in Humvees and showers at the Southern California base where
Hilarious.
they're stationed.
What a fucking guardsman thing to do. Just start shitting everywhere.
Prompting tightened bathroom security, unquote. But it wasn't just the guardsmen's extreme discomfort with the mission itself that bothered them. It was the feeling that they weren't doing anything, that their time was being wasted. Those things really got under their skin.
Yo, 60 days in a parking lot?
That's gross.
Or in a parking garage, like sleeping in the parking garage underneath the federal building for 60 fucking days.
Well, if you remember at the beginning of this, they were sleeping on the floor with nothing.
That's where they're going to be for 2 months.
Because none of this was actually planned out, or the resources were never allocated, or the president doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
I mean, what did you want them to do? Like, that's the thing. Like, when people say, oh, the such and such are deployed, a deployment is like a function of a contract. It has a length of time. It has a mission. It has a, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a setup thing. You just launch people into a city and they don't have anything to do. They can't just go home when they see that there's nothing to do. They've been deployed. They have to stay here for the mission of 2 months.
Yeah.
In a parking garage, sleeping on my fucking rolled up jacket. This is bullshit.
To put it bluntly, they were bored out of their minds. And I'm pretty sure this is not what they signed up for. A source.
All right, guys, we're going to train running in the desert for about 45 minutes. We're going to put 700 pounds of shit on your back to simulate all of your team dead. And we're going to do that until I get tired of watching you do it. All right, guys, you passed basic training. Now go sit in that parking lot for 2 months. Fuck you. Fuck this.
Told the LA Times that only 3% of the 4,000 troops were involved in daily missions, saying they were mostly just, quote, sitting around, unquote. I mean,
money well spent.
Yep.
I guess that makes sense considering the function of the National Guard is respond to actual emergencies. And this was a fake emergency that Donald made up out of whole cloth just to make a point. So I understand the National Guard's frustration when they showed up believing that they were there to do something important, and it turns out there was nothing for them to do at all. The Intercept
because LA was not on fire, as someone keeps claiming from on the opposite side of the country. It's burning down. It's just all flames. Well, you should call the fucking firefighters because there ain't no fucking war to have here.
Confirmed a startling data point. Over 40 days of deployment, the National Guard detained one person.
I think I have music for this. Caught you, liberals. What were they doing, Mary Trump?
One person who was neither a protester nor a criminal.
Iranian national sleeper agent?
Quote, the man, Marcos Leo, was not involved in any protest. The former Army combat engineer who gained U.S. citizenship through his military service told Reuters that he was in a rush to get to an appointment in the Veterans Affairs office inside the federal building.
All right, in his defense, those appointments are hard to get to, and these guys were blocking the fucking elevator. And if you're 10 minutes late, you might as well not even go because they're going to put you at the back of the line and they're going to run out of time for the day. So we need to get through there. A guy who overslept is the one person that they detained, and he's an army fucking soldier.
Oh, boy.
They detained one of their own.
Talk about unforced errors.
Oh my God.
When he crossed,
it's like the Little League fucking World Series and the balls is rolling everywhere and everyone's yelling.
of caution tape, he found an armed Marine sprinting towards him, unquote. Yeah, those are the people the Trump regime is protecting us from. Vets trying to get service in a building that is being guarded for no reason at all by National Guardsmen whose time is being wasted while our resources are being wasted. Also,
other countries are watching this, dumbass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he's sending all the troops over there. Okay. Good to know. So whenever anything happens, he just sends troops for no reason. We need those troops to be where they're stationed, dumb shit. Unless in an emergency. What if Russia does send over like they have like a Normandy over in fucking Washington State? What do you got them fucking building shit in Cuba that no one's gonna sleep in because it was too expensive and a waste of time. You were spending hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get people there. And you only had 200 something people. Like this guy does not know what he's doing. He is guessing. And he is guessing very badly.
He's not even guessing. He's just like acting out of impulse. Like his first thought was
my gut.
He's like, oh man,
gut.
LA's burning. I have to send in the National Guard
and the Marines
right now. Otherwise, I'll look bad.
He's very smart.
Donald and the Trump regime can essentially prove to the American people that they can go anywhere they want to go at any time to scare us. Before we go on, just remember, we here at Mary Trump Media are not corporate media. We will continue to call out Donald's corruption and lies and misuse of our precious resources every single day.
She's got one more good point after this little
independent media.
But you got I will put out the newsletter later with all the links so you guys can definitely follow her shit.
Survives because of you. So please like and share this video. And if you're with us, please subscribe to our channel. Donald's power grab was illicit because remember, he federalized California's National Guard against the wishes of that state's governor. And that power grab didn't just break trust within the National Guard, or I should say between the National Guard and the government. It broke the trust between people within the National Guard and those they are meant to serve, their fellow American citizens. Being political pawns is not why people sign up to join the National Guard.
Hey, I need you to suit up. I want you to point guns at your family members.
This mission ruined their relationship with the general public as Angelenos cursed them and told them to leave their city.
Putting flowers at their feet.
Even though many of them probably
Here's
are.
a flower for you.
This is in stark contrast to the last time the Guard was deployed in January.
What a great sign!
That's a great sign. That's an all-timer right there.
Dude, imagine having to stand there and be like, what does it say? Fuck. Hey, yo, switch spots with me.
Now you're the waste of money.
To the devastating wildfires. So now, many are deciding to leave the service altogether. According to the New York Times, during the deployment, 72 California National Guard soldiers were set to reach the end of their enlistment. But according to Governor Newsom's office, at least 2 have already left, and 55 more have said they are not re-upping their enlistment. It should be noted that the National Guard has the highest Hispanic population of any other military service, with 40% of California's National Guard being Hispanic.
They'll just do whatever Trump says.
Oh, yeah.
Or they'll be like, fuck this.
Imagine how relying on
I'll pay for my own college. Fuck this.
Can you imagine someone saying that in a British accent?
Turmoil within the Guard, ultimately deterring enlistment from the very community it relies on. As it is, members fear that Donald's illegal deployment will, quote, hurt recruitment for the state-based military force for years to come, unquote.
Well said, Mary Trump.
A heater.
What wrong one?
You really are. You're real ugly.
Mikey, that is still my favorite bit, is that you
Heater.
either accidentally or on purpose hit the wrong button. I can't tell.
Most of these are legit wrong buttons. Sometimes I'm like, oh, wait, that's not what I meant to do. But a lot of times it's just like, and press. Oh, that wasn't right. I am equally as shocked.
Great point, Mary Trump. Fajita.
And also on our next study, fajita. So let's see. What is the chat saying? Oh, they're talking about the protest up there. Marines won't like that. No, they will not.
Nope.
No. It's I don't know how else to describe to people that Americans are unique. We are a lot of things, but no one's trying to fucking I'm a 19-year-old. My life's shit. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. He's got you surrounded. He's got you coming and going. I mean, people join the military for a lot of different reasons. I don't think any of them join the military so that they can point guns at old ladies with signs and then sleep in a parking garage for 2 months.
Nope.
In America.
They join the military so they can fly in helicopters and Humvees and
poop in them.
And poop in them. No, I don't think they joined the military to poop in their cars, but
they might.
They saw the cool commercials with the fucking the rock songs behind it and was like, yeah, I want to do that. And instead they got to sleep in a fucking parking garage.
Their favorite.
Their favorite.
Absolute favorite.
That's what they signed up for. It's certainly sleeping in a parking garage is what I would sign up for the military for. Certainly that.
I went through basics so I could go sleep in this oil slick from a fucking Honda Civic with a leak. Parking spot G8. So Tim, I want you to get upset. This is intentional. Me and Tim do a show called Unbox Politics on Thursday nights. You guys should totally check it out. And in that clip, all of us will watch a video and then we'll give it a rating, right? Unbox Politics. It's a rating review show. Blah, blah, blah. It's fun. You should check it out. It's a good time. But Tim likes to punish us.
Mikey, before you punish me.
No, before.
We have a super chat. We have a super chat.
Right, fine.
5 British pounds from Allie.
Oh, wait.
There we go. Tim, Mikey, what sign do you think I should make for Trump's visit? Any good ones? Or what would you put on one if you could go?
Epstein sent me. If you get like 60 people with Epstein sent me.
That's a good one. I don't know if I could fucking. So one of the signs I made for No King's Day was King George III loved tariffs too.
I was going to say tariff these tea bags or something.
Yeah,
like
tariff
that.
these tea bags. Yeah. Boy, I don't know. The Epstein one is Epstein sent me is a good one. I don't know if that's topical.
Because it used to be Q sent me. That was always the thing. Q, I believe in you, Q. So yeah, Q is Epstein now.
Yeah. Ooh. Q is Epstein. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I think that's the winner. Epstein sent me.
You ready to get mad?
Yeah.
So normally we cover like, people's oh my god, we're so excited. We can't wait for the midterms because we're gonna have so much unboxing to do.
Oh my god.
Everyone's like campaign videos and stuff like that. That's truly what our show was designed for, was like campaign videos where we can really break it apart and really criticize it. But Tim, I mean, you and your leftist people, I mean, people of America all over, I've been trying to tell you that you don't know what I know. I know everything. I'm Barack Obama.
We don't think about boys and just assume they're going to be okay because they've been running the world and they've got all the advantages relative to the girls, and all of which has historically been true in all kinds of ways. But precisely because of that, if you're not thinking about what's happening to boys and how are they being raised, then that can actually hurt women. And I would argue that some of the broad political trends we've seen, not just in this country, but around the world, have to do with this sense of, boys, men not feeling as if they are seen, feeling as if they count. Mm-hmm. And that then makes them more interested in appeals by folks who say, you know what, the reason you don't feel respected is because women have been doing this, or this group has been doing this, or that group's been doing this. And that is not that's not a healthy place to be. And
that's halfway through. Thoughts so far, Mr. Tim?
I think that Barack Obama, who is probably, in all reality, one of the more moderate presidents that we've had, he both has a point and is missing the point at the same time.
What point has he grasped?
He has grasped that there's something wrong with men in this country.
Correct.
The point that he's missing is it's not the problem of the left. It's a problem of the right and the whole manosphere nonsense. It's men are not okay, but it's not the fault of like women. It's not the fault of how they were raised. Well, it could be the fault of how they were raised if, some right-wing nut job raised them.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think, and I've read this about Obama a few times, is that if Barack Obama had more of a, let's say, spine during his presidency, that he would have ended up being more progressive. But because he made so many concessions throughout his presidency to Republicans in Congress and specifically, I think that's what he's doing here too. He's making concessions, and he's a nice guy, and he's very affable, but he's always giving out concessions, unless it's specific to Donald Trump. He fucking hates Donald Trump and will do anything to tear that dude down. But he's just trying to be moderate and trying to be conciliatory, and that's where he always misses the point. He doesn't want to push his own ideas. He wants to be the guy who gets everyone together and we all talk about it and we'll meet in the middle somewhere. But that's not always what happens.
Activated my trap card. Oh, damn it.
We'll say, as quote unquote progressives, Democrats, progressive parents, enlightened ones, we've made that mistake sometimes in terms of our rhetoric, where it's like we're constantly talking about it, what's wrong with the boys instead of what's right with them. We rightly have tried to invest in girls to make sure that there's a level playing field, and then they're not barred from opportunities. But we haven't been as willing, I think, to be intentional about investing in the boys, and that's been a mistake. And I think people are starting to recognize that. So going back to your optimism, I think there's a healthier conversation taking place now, both among this new generation of young women and men, but also among the public at large that's starting to see like, hey, we got to do better by our boys. And if we do better by our boys and we're producing stronger, more confident men, that's going to be good for our girls and our women as well.
So Barack Obama is wrong, is what I'll say.
Let me jump in here. What problem did he describe?
I don't know what problem he described. He didn't describe it. There's not enough context in this video.
Women have jobs. Women go to school. Well, what about the men? Are you fucking daft? Do you think that the colleges are 80% women and 20% men? Do you think the fucking CEOs of all these top 500 companies are just all women and they're just driving down the wages? And they're the ones that are enhancing or investing in all of this AI to replace other men's jobs. Women are doing this. Fuck you, Barack. You're fucking dumb ass fucking, like you were saying, this kumbaya, let's all sit at the table. No, your billionaire fucking friends are robbing young people of their youth. Everything costs too much. That's the problem with men. Men in this country, unfortunately, tie their mental health to their bank account. And you have fostered and helped ensure an environment where no motherfucker will ever get ahead.
Yeah.
Good fucking job. Thanks for bailing out the banks instead of letting them fucking crash.
I would refer everyone to a very specific episode of Somewhere News called "Are Men Okay?"
Yeah,
where they talk about this very issue that men are too wrapped up in how much money they make, how they dress, what kind of cars do they own, who is their social circle, how high up can they climb, how they treat women, and reciprocally how women treat them.
Right.
And they don't understand empathy. They don't understand that you shouldn't have your whole personality wrapped up in how much money you make. You shouldn't have your whole personality wrapped up in what kind of car you own.
Or how tall you are. How much time you spend in the gym.
Yeah, like it's cool to have those things, but it shouldn't be your entire fucking like identity. Like grow a personality.
There's more to it than that. And I think that's the problem. It's like, well, we got to do something for the boy. What are you going to do?
What else could you give them at this point?
We live in a fucking patriarchy. They have all the fucking necessary advantages that they would ever need. They're lazy. And the girls are expecting more out of them. You need to not be a dickhead. You can't get drunk every night and scream at me and me stay in a relationship with you. I make enough money to get my own apartment and I don't have to take this shit. You know, the boys are we really got to do something for the. How about get rid of no-fault divorce, Barack, since you want to help the men so much? Get rid of all these women educators and professionals. Get rid of them.
Yeah, if you really want to do something for the boys, get them a fucking therapist.
How about mental health? How about some free mental health for all men? And that'll be our one thing that we get that women don't get is we get mental health checkups for free.
Because there's so many fucking broken toys out there.
It looks like fucking Sid's room from Toy Story. It's just all mishmash and fucked up.
Yeah, like I understand what Barack is trying to do. He's just doing it wrong. If you want to do something for the boys, fucking get them some mental health checkups. Like go and like say that what's going on with men is it's a mental health issue and they just need some help.
He hasn't even offered anything.
Yeah.
He just said it's the girls' fault, really. And then at the end of the day, if you want the girls to get better, you got to take care of the boys.
And, some of these men, you got to tell them to like not treat women like fucking objects, like treat women like they're human beings.
And I love the fact that he brought up, let me see if I can find it again. I think it's like right around here. We were talking about this thing.
Boys, and that's been a mistake. And be intentional about investing in the boys, but we haven't been as willing, I think, to be
essentially saying that like the previous generation failed this generation of men by looking out for the women. No, you're dead ass wrong. And for somebody with two of the, I hate to say it, two of the most spoiled girls that will ever exist, you got a lot of nerve. And
like,
and I can promise you this. Getting up here and saying, look, there is something wrong with you. You do need help. Yeah, that's what every fucking man needs. You know what being a man is? Your life's sucking and you don't care. That's being a man.
Yeah.
I don't care if my life sucks. I have responsibilities and I take care of them.
Yeah.
It's not important whether or not I'm happy or not. I'll get my happiness one way or another. I am still a little boy at heart, and I can find a rubber band and a paper clip and entertain myself for 15 minutes if I need to, and have a little joy that way. Life is supposed to suck if you're a guy. That's just what I've accepted it. But that's okay. Life sucks and girls and ladies feel the exact same way. Their life sucks. But we're both supposed to think our life sucks, but we make the suck sacrifice for the other side.
Hey, and like me and Mikey have been saying this, when it eventually happens, when the women all put us in cages, because they outnumber us.
Yeah.
We're 49% of the population. They're 51%. When they eventually put us all in cages, I don't know, some of us might have it better than others, you know? It really depends on how you treated the ladies.
I'm going to have a water bottle with a marble.
Ooh. I want one of those automatic water things that's just like a little fountain.
No, you're not getting that.
I might.
You're not going to get that.
I'm a good boy. I make dinner.
Oh, we do be cooking.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll ask for one too. But it's, I hate this mindset that, well, the only way that Trump could like really get his teeth in there is if we just coddled these little white supremacists more. No, they are following other white supremacists because you are a failed leader. You suck at leading men. Don't put that shit on men. You're supposed to be, you are the fucking president. Why do you disappear every time the water gets a little warm? Until you want to come out and say something on your terms, until you got a book that's coming out, or Michelle's got a podcast that's coming out. Then you want to get back into the public sphere when you have something to sell.
I mean, and what he's talking about in this clip is like sort of the antithesis of like how him and Michelle present their marriage. Like they are pretty equal in their marriage. Like, to the point where like Michelle was doing her own thing for a while and everyone thought that they had gotten divorced because like Barack wasn't really part of it. And then they had to come out on her podcast and be like, no, we're fine. She just does her own thing. Like we're happily married, and yeah, people fight from time to time, but like, this is how our marriage is. Like they have a good model of a marriage. And Brock's like, well, there's something wrong with the boys. And I think it's that we haven't been focusing enough on them. Well, that's not true. Just tell people to do what you're doing. Just tell people to act how you act. He's generally a fairly positive role model for men.
And the Shody, which I will reference now in that Are Men Okay episode, I'll repeat something that he said that makes a lot of sense. And Tim, I almost guarantee you fully agree with me. Men, you need to make female friends that you do not want to fuck.
Yes. 100%.
Have female friends that you're not, well, maybe sometime in the future. No. Just be friends.
Yeah, a totally platonic female friend who, if you think about it this way, and they mentioned this in the show too, can teach you how to talk to women in case you want to talk to other women about being more than friends.
Yes.
Because you'll learn about how like women think and what they feel. And like, it's, let me tell you.
So WrestleMania tickets for her birthday was not a good idea. She was such a bitch about it.
Like if nothing else, you'll gain knowledge of like how other people think.
Mm-hmm.
and specifically people who are not the same gender you are, because, it's good to be well-rounded as a person and not to just believe that women are supposed to serve you in whatever capacity you want. Like,
and if every relationship with a woman isn't just like a bingo card that you're trying to fucking fill in,
yeah,
you might accidentally, learn some shit and have an actual nice friend. You might actually just have a friend. How crazy would that be that you'd have a female friend that you could call and ask for advice about lady problems? Like, yo, I don't know what I did. And then she'll be like, oh, you're stupid. You did this.
Yeah, I have done that.
Bad. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Like, no, it's not bad. She's not bad because of that. Yes, the motherfucker she is. Like, you need that person in your life.
Yeah.
You need a counterbalance.
I have those friends, and I've had those conversations with them about like, hey, I did this and my wife was pretty angry at me. Am I wrong? And they're like, yes, you are wrong.
Go get flowers right now.
Yeah.
Don't look at her. Just put them on the desk and walk away. It frustrates me to no end, because I feel like the message could have been said in a way that's actually meaningful. Hey, guys, you're having trouble making connections with women. Stop listening to guys that are telling you to sleep with all of them. Because those guys are lying to you. Number one, they don't sleep with all these women. And let me tell you something. Well, my wife is watching. Never mind. But I have a checkered past, and I was a DJ, and I did some things, and I didn't have to lie or be a dickhead or fucking abuse the situation and take advantage of people and keep multiple narratives going at the same time. You just be weird and goofy. That's it.
Yeah.
Stop trying so hard. They can smell your desperation. It turns their stomach. You thirsty ass. And stop watching so much porn.
Five British pound super chat from Tim Ballum. Being best friends with exes confuses the fuck out of people.
Yeah. I'm friends with most of my exes, except for the last couple.
I am also friends with some of my exes.
Some of them, it's just not a good idea. But most of the rest of them, it didn't work out. So whatever. Still cool. Still had good times.
But moral of the story. Men, figure your shit out.
Get your fucking shit together and stop listening to fucking Barack Obama and the fucking manosphere.
Yeah, don't listen to Barack Obama or Andrew Tate, even though those guys are wildly different people. Don't listen to either of them.
They're just wrong.
Or Jordan Peterson. He's part of that weird shit too.
That's what I'm saying.
In his book, let me tell you, that dude has some weird fucking connotations about women.
Again,
okay.
He is not particularly fond of them.
Not particularly.
We'll just put it that way. He has a whole section in his book about how men are order and women are chaos.
I love me some chaos.
Let's go to zero.
Shut your ass up. The wife is going out to the front, probably to water the plants. He's like, someone's coming into the garage. Intruder. Yeah, with the fucking garage door opener.
Here, I'm going to put, since we both mentioned it, I'm going to put the episode of the Shody in the chat. For people who don't know, go watch it later, after our show. Not right now. Don't watch it now. Watch it after our show.
I'm not friends with mine before it was all my fault. Yeah, well, sometimes we do make mistakes because Jeebus I hate it when I do that, and then I fuck up the correction. I'm just like, fucking throw the phone. I don't fucking care. This is a waste. What am I doing here? Tim, do you know who the Full Send podcast is?
I'm sorry, what?
The Full Send podcast. Have you ever heard of it?
No.
Me neither. But I learned of who they were because they had a very controversial guest in the White House. Can you guess who it was?
Trump.
Worse.
Oh, geez.
So
That was
these, all right, we're at 11:23. These,
oh, were these the guys that Trump invited on his fucking plane?
Yes.
Oh my God, we're on Trump's plane. It's so awesome.
So this nerd and this nerd, who admittedly know nothing of politics, know nothing of foreign policy, know nothing of the Gaza-Israel genocide. They know literally nothing. Yet, when offered an interview with Netanyahu, they said, "Oh, we can't turn this down," not knowing anything about who it is. What were we at? 11:24. I forgot what I said.
Yeah, these guys are just fucking idiots.
Philly Netanyahu has been elbow deep in politics since probably before they were born. They're probably all like early 30s. So he's been prime minister for like 20 something years. And then he was in the Knesset before that. They have no idea what a Knesset is. But this is I'm not going to play the whole thing. I could not watch the whole thing. I was getting too sleepy. It was already like 5:30 in the morning. But I got about halfway through. I hear their comment section rip them. I knew, oh, we're getting there. Oh, we're getting there. But we're gonna watch a few minutes of this. I think I screwed up my timestamp a little bit, so we'll let it rock for like maybe a minute or two. These boys are completely ill-equipped to deal with the situation. Let's listen.
In fact, the reason we have civilian casualties in Gaza is because Hamas, who are basically horrible murderers and killers, okay, committed to our destruction and your destruction. They say so openly. I mean,
he's sounding a bit older.
A little bit.
They're
he's fucking old, right?
To the big enemy, the real enemy, the great Satan is America. And Israel is the small Satan. But it's a small Satan that is standing in their way.
I think he's older than Israel.
Of conquering other Iranian proxies, conquering the Middle East, and then we move on to you. So America is the great Satan, and America, needs to disappear. And we stand in their way. But one of the things you have to understand is Gaza is the densest urban environment you can find, and Hamas embeds itself in the civilian population of Gaza. The Palestinian.
And I'm not a body language expert, but if you watch he's reading them and playing them like a rented fiddle.
Yeah.
He's not just like talking extemporaneously and and then he looks back up at them. Every sentence, he waits for the hammer to stroke, and then he looks to see if he hit the right spot. And he hits the hammer, and then he looks. And he hits the hammer, and he looks. These kids are they are being propagandized, and they are completely unarmed in this fight.
Okay. We tell the Palestinians, hey, leave. Because after they butchered us and raped our women and beheaded our men and burned our babies, we have to remove this threat. So we come in to take care of the Hamas terrorists. But the Hamas terrorists don't leave the civilian neighborhoods. And we say to the civilians, we call them up because we have their telephone numbers. We say, leave. Please.
How do you have their telephone numbers?
Please leave. We send them leaflets, millions of leaflets. Please leave.
We're going to kill your family if you don't run now is what is on some of the pamphlets dropped from drones.
We do everything that is possible that no army has done. They want to leave. You know what Hamas does? They shoot them. You say, we want you to stay because we want to have civilian casualties, because then they can show it on CNN or all these other networks.
Where are they going to go? There's a big fucking 20-meter wall outside the whole fucking place.
And so on, and played
also,
that Israel is
doing all the bombing.
Deliberately doing this. We're not deliberately doing anything.
Ask questions.
Like them to leave. And in fact, successively during the war, it's been now a year and a half, they finally do leave, most of them. So we've minimized those casualties, but it's not because we seek to have civilian casualties. It's because Hamas wants them. They're willing to sacrifice their own children, their own families, both because they don't really care for human life. But
every accusation is a confession.
Also, because they think it's very good propaganda against us. And if they just let them leave the war zone, get to the safe parts, safe havens that we've created in Gaza, no one would be hurt. And the minute Hamas lays down its arms, surrenders, maybe we let them leave Gaza, that's the end of the war. No one gets hurt.
What would your message be to Palestinians that just want to have like a peaceful life?
Get rid of Hamas. Help us get rid of Hamas.
You're killing them.
Yeah.
They can't get rid of Hamas because you're blowing them up and
Also,
starving them.
You're not really giving them like a psychological reason. You're making them fear and you're making them fear you, not Hamas.
Right.
And if your goal was to truly to get rid of Hamas, it would be more of a messaging campaign than an actual military campaign. Like Hamas is yes, a terrorist organization, but it's also a political movement.
It's recognized as a terrorist hey, shut your ass up. Anybody ask you? They're recognized as a terrorist organization by the American government. And the American government is recognized as a terrorist organization to other countries. Like, that's not like, just because people say words doesn't mean that those words translate into this person bad, this person good. It's way more complicated than that. And if anyone tries to tell you it's as simple as we're the good guys and they're the bad guys, that's a bad guy.
and I think history shows again and again that bombing the shit out of people doesn't really make them like you.
Not particular. Oh,
not particularly.
Like we weren't seen as liberators in Iraq, even though we said we were. They didn't perceive us as we're liberating the Iraqi people. We weren't. It took years for them to even form a government under our occupation. Like bombing the shit out of people doesn't work. You're not gonna win their favor by destroying their houses and their lives,
killing their children, or maiming them. That'll make them come to reason. The wife was in the backyard, and I just saw like a little ponytail from Kira just like go past the window. I was like, "What the fuck? The kid's outside." Oh, my wife's with her. Well, she's broken. Can't tell you for real this time. Everyone's in danger.
On reality, not on deliberate, falsified fantasy.
Why do they say Israel's like starving the people of Gaza?
Well, because we're trying to get the food in.
Oh, because they are.
They're saying we're starving the Gazans because we're trying to get the food in. This is why you don't platform people if you're not a fucking journalist. How do you think this would have went with Mehdi?
Right. And or literally anyone. How do you think this would have went with us?
Oh, yeah. If we would have even done it.
Yeah.
Because I don't even want to talk to this piece of shit.
First of all, if you talk to any of the nonprofit aid organizations that have tried to bring food to Gaza, they've been banned from it or severely limited. If you talk to Chef Andre from World Central Kitchen, his people got killed trying to deliver aid. Yeah.
Because it happened a second time after the first time. It just didn't get any news coverage. But they started it back up like 6 months later. Yeah. They got attacked again and they pulled it out and they said, we're not going anymore.
So Israel is making it so only Israel can provide food. And even if they are providing food, they are shooting the people who are approaching the platforms to get the food.
Yeah.
So
over 1,000 people this month have died trying to get food.
They're turning it into fucking Squid Games over there. Like it's horrible.
Yeah. And let's hear the excellent response from these two assholes.
Say Israel's like starving the people of Gaza.
Well, because we're trying to get the food in, and we let food trucks in, and guess what happens when we let them in? Come on.
I'm half tempted to go pull up the footage for you guys of the Israeli settlers raiding the trucks before while they're waiting in line, ripping the food open, pouring sand into it, just tearing everything apart, because they say until the hostages are released, all of these people need to starve.
Yeah,
that's what they say. And there's not been any the armed police coming in to stop these settlers. American kid, 19-year-old American kid just died in the West Bank last week. Where's the fucking news coverage? Killed by Israeli settlers in the West Bank. Anybody talk about it? He's an American. Did it matter? No. Okay.
Hamas steals the food, takes the good chunk for itself, then sells at inflated prices. They jack up the prices and then.
How the hell does Gaza have an economy with money?
Right. What's left of Gaza?
Who are they charging?
They sell the food to its population, to its hungry population.
They even have money. Like, is currency even a concern over there at this point?
No, money is useless.
At all. And then use the money that they take from their own people to recruit more killers into their terror machine. That's what happens.
Why are more Palestinians not siding with Israel against Hamas then?
Well, up to now they've been terrorized, but guess what's happened? Since we're beating Hamas, all of a sudden we see Palestinians rising. You have to see this to believe this, okay? And they say to Hamas, hey, you're not coming into my building. You know, you can't use my school or this hospital as your command post. We're not letting you.
Anyway, the Knesset has we're gonna get into the comment section here. I'm done listening to this stupid ass. Anyway, the Knesset has decided that Israel needs to move all of its military facilities out of Tel Aviv, out of the fucking residential areas, by the way. But let's take a look at the comment section.
Oh boy. Comment section on YouTube is in general spicy, so I can only imagine.
Well, one unsubscribe. This was pitched to Netanyahu like, don't worry, these guys are idiots. You can use their platform to push whatever propaganda you want, and they won't push back on anything. 24,000 thumbs up.
Yeah.
I miss when YouTube used to show dislikes. 27,000 thumbs up. The bar was already so low for you guys, but it's genuinely in hell with this one. Coincidentally, that's also where Netanyahu is headed. You guys didn't question him once. This is great. Like, this goes on for 90 minutes, a full 90 minutes of everybody's bad. 110,000. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, it's just, it's 90 minutes of being propagandized. That right? That's just letting Netanyahu say whatever he wants, not questioning what he says. Like, I would be upset.
Zero pushback. You literally let a war criminal talk freely for an hour to millions of fans. Just horrible, horrible. You guys are truly. You guys are truly. Oh, this was the big question Zero. I'm not in the mood, dude. The big question that they had in the interview was like asking him if he prefers Burger King or McDonald's while people are starving. This is insane.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was their big thing. It's like, do you like McDonald's or Burger King? He's like, I look at the Burger King more. Okay. Good job. You really nailed him on that one. Whoa. Now we all know. We are not qualified for this. We should not be doing this. Maybe listen to yourself next time. That's what they said at the very intro of the thing. Like, yeah, we're really not supposed to, like, we don't really know what's going on. And just unreal.
And this
unreal.
This is the kind of shit that people get away with. This is just having a friendly interview with a war criminal.
And this person says, the comments brought tears to my eyes. Humanity is still alive. I mean, this just goes on and on.
Yeah, discussing despicable, complicit in genocide.
I'm just happy to see all the negative comments. That's probably the only positive thing about this idiotic video.
And going back to yesterday, when we were talking about the Surrounded video, you know, some of these people were like, well, the one guy who was like, didn't know the difference between a genocide and an ethnic cleansing.
Right.
Like, that's these guys.
Yeah.
They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So they let him like talk whatever he wants without questioning because they're too dumb to know.
You see this?
Yeah. Where's our 2 million subscribers for our
2 million subs for these people? So that's why he's talking to you, dumbasses. He doesn't give a shit about your dumbass little podcast. And then I guess I could pull it up. Hassan Piker talked to them yesterday and was like, yo, why did you do that? Like, yo, like that was so stupid. Let me let this dog out because he's not going to shut up. He's like, they got to go outside without me.
I've got a doggy in my room, but he's sleeping. He's a good doggy. There he is, sleeping. He's that black lump of fur right there.
He's doing
got
like
a fuzzy. He's got a fuzzy blanket, and he's sleeping.
He's doing the what's it called though? Trying to run out of the door because he's on tile. Oh my goodness. But it's people get these platforms and then these people abuse the platform. You should not talk to people who have bad intentions if you cannot combat them. You know what their big brain theory is? Well, we're going to be talking to the other side in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Who's the other side? A dead kid? Who's the other side?
Yeah, how do you even get in touch with the other side at this point?
You're going to talk to Hamas, you'll go to fucking jail. Go
and
ahead.
There's a media blackout in Gaza. Like, they're not letting any reporters in there. It's all like whatever you can get out of local reporters.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if we had a million bots as subscribers. Just putting that out there.
No, I don't want the bots. Give me the 1,000 real people over 1 million bots.
Yeah. Like and subscribe if you're a real person. If you're a bot, fuck off.
If you're a bot, unsubscribe right now. Unsubscribe, command, execute.
I'm not entirely unconvinced that Tons of Mice is not a bot.
I've met him or I've talked to him. Can confirm.
Can confirm?
Can confirm. Real person.
What about Tons of Mice's fourth wife?
I'm not at liberty to discuss open investigations at this moment, but we will be putting out a statement at the end of the month. Oh, what's this? Netanyahu has food poisoning apparently and can't appear at his court hearing, but genocide, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I know. Totally, yeah.
And that's the thing, like these guys are so stupid that they don't know that there's an ICC arrest warrant out for this man. And then when Hassan's like trying to get them to like understand the gravity, the gravity of who they had on the show, they're just like downplay. Let me just find it because now I'm talking about it. Now I want to just show you guys. But just come on, y'all. You got to do better.
Kate Smith says, I nearly cried the other day when the security signed and thought I was a robot.
Yo, them little tests be hard sometimes. I'm like, is the light pole in this square? I mean, the shadow's in that square. I don't know.
There's a very funny bit by Patton Oswalt about like, why do I got to prove to a computer that I'm not a robot? Like, you're the robot.
Yeah, you're the robot. Damn it. All right, here we go.
When I watched that Putin interview, like I thought Putin was like perfect example of that. Like this could even be a negative thing.
No, I think in the grand scheme of things, like it's not moving the needle because Benjamin Netanyahu gets positive coverage from every outlet. He gets positive coverage from every outlet. So you guys are marginal in that regard. It's not like all that significant. But if you're looking for
that's what I'm trying to say though.
What do you mean?
If Fox News has him on and they're more supportive of him than we have him on. CNN
yeah, no, that's why I'm saying it's marginal. Like you having him on is marginal as opposed to like him going on Fox News, MSNBC, CNN, CBS, all of those other outlets, and then not just Benjamin Netanyahu, but like Israeli envoys going on CNN every night and saying, "Well, we blew up this mosque or we blew up this church because Hamas was in it or whatever." That is ultimately playing a role in crafting this elaborate narrative that Israel is always in the right, Israel has a right to defend itself, and that they have to do these things. They have to contextualize this violence. Like all of that plays a much larger role. You guys just basically are presenting a similar perspective that you get from CNN or Fox News, but now to a younger audience that's going to look at, I guess, maybe Benjamin Netanyahu and be like, he's a chill guy that you can hang with, but I don't even know if he's capable of doing that.
Wait, son, here's kind of where I disagree with you. Is if you watch CNN or you watch Fox News, you kind of know what narrative you're looking for. And with us playing that neutral ground, you don't know what you're gonna get.
Neutral ground, Tim.
Neutral ground? Man, they're just fucking.
Look, we gotta look out for the boys, okay? We gotta make sure the boys are okay, okay?
Yeah,
we
like
gotta make sure the boys
they're
are
not,
okay, okay?
not neutral. They platformed Trump. They got on Trump's airplane. They were like, "This is the best time ever." They're right-wing influencers. That's what they are. It's not neutral.
No, they're
ground.
neutral.
They're not neutral.
Like they had Sneeko, who was a Holocaust denier, and
but Sneeko's part of the fucking manosphere, though.
And Nick Fuentes, who's an
he's definitely not a Nazi.
And Trump and Netanyahu, and they're neutral. Tim,
they're they're just neutral. They're just listen, guys, listen. They are just
two dudes.
Neutral. They're neutral observers of the world, and they just want to share their point of view with you, and they want to share their view of Sneeko with you.
And Nick
Fuentes, dude who's definitely not a fascist or a Nazi.
But this is winning with young men, unfortunately, to the tune of 2 million of them.
Yeah,
I
mean,
there's a lot of ladies over there just like, oh my god, they're so smart.
I think this helps me understand a little bit of what Barack Obama was trying to say with like, maybe we're not paying enough attention to men when it comes to this kind of shit. When it comes to like, who is influencing them?
Right.
Who is Sneeko influencing? Who is Nick Fuentes influencing?
We saw it on Jubilee yesterday.
Yeah. Like, what kind of men are watching these people and thinking,
there it is
for me.
There it is. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Andrew Tate, that guy is definitely not a sex trafficker.
Right. He's on the up and up. I'm gonna be just like him.
Yeah. And once again, going back to that episode of the show, they showed it to Sneeko. Kids are coming up to him and saying the wildest shit that he has said, and they were saying it back at him, and he's like, "Whoa, not in public, guys. Come on." So
these are children. These are children. These are two children, and then they're mad that their ass is getting burned.
How old are they? Because they both look like they're 40.
And sells it.
Let's do a little Googling.
The one on the left looks like he hates his life.
Well, they've both been very like here, I'll let this play for a second. Let's start at the beginning.
All right, so you guys interviewed the Adolf Hitler incarnate, Benjamin Netanyahu, and
right off the bat,
I assume, right? Is that what's going on?
Yes, we're getting definitely some yells.
Yeah. Okay. So first and foremost, who the set that up? Was it Miriam Adelson?
Well, we actually toured the White House right before, and he was in DC. So it's kind of like a
someone must have. Benjamin Netanyahu wasn't like, I love the Nelk Boys. I'm a big consumer of Happy Dad, and then was like, let's do this.
Well, we've had Trump on a few times.
Some communications team at the White House hit us up, connected us with their communications team, and presented us the opportunity to do it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And you guys were like, let's do it.
They are they're early 30s.
Okay, so they're only slightly younger than we are.
Yeah, 94, 93.
Okay, so like 8 years younger than I am. Cool.
Yeah. They're 90s babies.
5 British pound super chat from Tim Ballum. Imagine if Epstein was a Mossad asset, as Friendly Jordies makes an argument for. I hope I said that correctly.
That's the word on the street, is that he was the honeypot dealer for Mossad and the CIA.
I mean, yeah, I can say it again. I've said it a few times, but I can't speak to podcasting as a whole. And, other podcasters, they'll have people on with just people they've had good relationships with, or their friends, or people they agree with. But with the Full Sun podcast, hate it or love it, right or wrong, if we ever get the opportunity to have a controversial guest on, we're never going to turn it down. Because in my opinion...
See, and this is the problem with being fucking dumb. He's not a controversial figure because, like, there's two sides to the argument. And like, oh, Does he like Pepsi or Coke? Oh my God, we got to have him on to figure it out. Burger King or McDonald's? Oh my God, he said Burger King. That's not why he's controversial. 50 fucking thousand people dead, and you're sitting up there asking them about fucking burgers while they won't let fucking formula across the fucking fence.
Yeah. Yeah.
And fucking what's it called? Anesthetic for when they're having to amputate people's fucking limbs. They can't even get the anesthetic into the fucking strip.
1 million bots says I'm now subscribed. Happy?
We didn't really specify, did we?
No, we didn't. We want 1 million bots to subscribe 1 million times, not 1 million bots to subscribe once.
Well, we'll just keep getting and losing and getting and losing and getting. And
yeah,
losing.
Yeah.
We didn't.
If you want a controversial.
Hold on.
If you want a controversial figure, like get, I don't know,
Marjorie Taylor Greene,
Ted Cruz. He's controversial, right?
Tucker Carlson,
right? These people are theoretically not war criminals.
Oh shit.
What we want to do with the full-time podcast on is we're not afraid to have controversial people on. We're going to ask them questions. Sure, we're probably not the best at asking questions. We're not the best journalists, never claimed to be. So we might not be the best at pressing them. But in my opinion, it's up to the viewer to form their own educated opinion.
Yeah, we saw what the viewer thought.
Yo, imagine. So if you're completely captivated or captive by your audience, then what are you over here apologizing for? What are you talking to us on for? What's the why are you feeling all these feelings in your head? Like maybe I did something wrong, but I didn't know I was doing something wrong, which is where they land by the end of this. But it's just fucking Tim Ballum with 2 British pounds. Mikey 0% CIA, 100% Mossad is the argument. Oh. So they think he's all Mossad.
That's possible.
Very possible. Wouldn't put it past them. All right. I'm done with these jokers. Unbelievable.
Like, well, we're gonna have somebody from the other side come in.
Who is from the other side? The only person I can Ilhan Omar.
She's not from Palestine. Get Rashida Tlaib.
Oh, Rashida Tlaib. Yes. Sorry, that was my bad.
Both Muslim, but one is literally from Palestine.
Right. Like, is that who you're gonna get, or are you just gonna like talk to some fucking random person?
Talk to the blonde lady who's going on Piers Morgan every week to say that Israel has never even had a bomb. Israel's just filled with doves.
We got a $5 super chat from Greg.
Dark Lord Greg.
I'm a real person with a normal number of fingers in expected locations.
The forward there, Greg. Jeez. Expected locations. How do you know what I'm expecting?
I think he doth protest too much.
All right, final story. It is time. So last night, did you watch any late night TV?
I watched it this morning because I was doing stand-up last night. So
how'd that go?
I did good. I'll post the video later, a heavily edited video. Members only. You can see my stand-up. I'll post it up there.
Oh, I forgot to. I didn't even put it in the newsletter, so I'm not doing it. It's not in the newsletter. I'm not doing it. If I wanted to do it, I should have put it in the newsletter. But your boy Mike Johnson, oh MAGA Mike.
What did MAGA Mike do?
He flipped again.
Oh my God!
Right.
He canceled all the votes. I saw that this morning. He's like, everybody gets a day off before summer break.
Actually, never mind.
Never mind. It's cool, guys.
Just kidding.
Stephen Colbert is hitting back now at President Trump and
See, they got to put "Go fuck yourself," and I tried to put that as our title, and Twitch yelled at me.
They didn't. Yeah, they're not posting it on Twitch. It's their news channel. They can do whatever they want, Mikey.
Twitch says the title is invalid. Try changing it a bit. I did. I said, "Go f yourself."
Greg's out there quoting Hamilton.
I said EFF. Whatever. I'm not changing it.
Your title is invalid.
I changed it. It might be.
You can't try to say fuck words on Twitch.
I said F. EFF. Go F yourself is too explicit.
When you own your own media organization, you can say fuck whenever you want.
Remember, well, I don't think I have the screenshots anymore, but I took screenshots. There's a girl on Twitch. I know everyone's going to go find her now. She's literally got her fucking tit out. Like out. She's got no top on. She's got two pasties on, and she's got her tit in her hand, and she's painting it to look like a Pokeball. And I'm like, and I can't say fuck? Oh, come on, dude. Come on, man.
Mikey, listen, you're looking at this all wrong. Perhaps if you had done the same thing and then said fuck.
I'm going to paint the word fuck on my tit. That's about that.
After CBS canceled The Late Show. Listen to this.
On Friday, Donald Trump posted, "I absolutely love that Colbert got fired."
Yo, his Trump impression is pretty.
It's pretty good.
It's a little SNL-y.
It's a little bit too hard on like throatiness.
Yeah, a little.
But he's also been doing it for like the last 10 years. So
I don't know what the they're doing. Do you understand that?
His talent was even less than his ratings.
How dare you?
How dare you, sir? Would an untalented man be able to compose the following satirical witticism? Go yourself.
Not to be outdone. His comrade in arms, who he's worked with for many a decade, on different networks, even to the point, if you remember, Stephen Colbert, his original thing was from an offshoot of The Daily Show, which was the Colbert Report, and he satirically pretended to be this crazy right-winger to the point where he had a large following of right-wingers because they didn't know it was certain viewers of this show and guests of this show actually argued that he was on the right and didn't get it at all. He's got a shotgun under his desk. I'm like, he's mocking you.
He's playing it. He's
mocking you.
Does his name start with a G and end in a Ram?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is a stateside person.
Oh.
I think this might have been before you joined the network. This was early Ben. This is early Ben days. No, before Dutch.
Before Dutch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it Wayne or is Wayne?
No.
Was Wayne before Dutch? I'm just saying, man.
It was a guest. It's not.
Oh, it was a guest.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was like. How are you still trying to guess this?
Listen, I would 100% believe Dutch would think that the Stephen Colbert character was actually Stephen Colbert.
That's facts. He might have believed that. But also,
ooh, how much of this are you allowed to play, Mikey?
We're gonna get brave.
Time to rise up. Not too fast, you're old.
Not too fast, you're old.
I am old. That is a true point.
You mad old, son.
Obviously.
I'm just going to keep breaking this up so they can't copyright me. And I'm going to throw some of these in here too. What y'all know about this?
But compliance and complacency is not the answer. We reject the mindless, machine-generated slop that offends nobody. And we affirm our shared humanity. We must continue to have humans make things that inspire and promote other humans. ChatGPT wrote that.
Get to the singing part. There we go.
Wait, bring it down.
Yes. Go fuck yourself. That's what journalists should be saying. That's what companies should be saying when threatened with, I won't let you have a merger and I will do this. I wish I owned Paramount or CBS or any of these parent companies. I'm sorry, did you just threaten me, sir? It would be a real shame if I started posting, I don't know, all of your nudes like fucking Putin did of your wife. And I just started making the anti-Trump like if you have the ability to create the anti-Trump network, and as soon as you just have a regular network and Trump threatens you and you don't immediately switch to that, what the fuck do you have a network for then?
5 British pounds, Tim Ballard. Hope led by donkeys give the Republicans a warm welcome to the UK.
Motherfucker. Gotta love led by donkeys.
Yeah, no, I watched both Colbert's monologue and the Jon Stewart's like whole they give him a lot of time on Mondays to say whatever he wants. Yes. He had like that was like 30 minutes. I mean, half of it was Trump, but half of it was about Colbert, and they did mention like the Colbert Report, and that was like, man, that was one of my favorite shows. I love the shit out of that show.
I know I have made mistakes.
Whenever Liz Truss comes up in the chat, I have to press her button. So overall, what do you think about both of their messages? About Colbert being his show being canceled, not just his part on the show or him fired from that show. The show will not be there anymore.
Yeah. I think there are a couple of factors, at least for why this decision was made. One of them is obviously pressure from the parent company, from Donald Trump, because Stephen Colbert has been nonstop critical of Donald Trump.
Yep.
To the point where I remember he was doing a running bit where he would have his like audience send in alternative names for Donald Trump whenever he spoke his name in a monologue. And he would just put those names up, and instead of saying Trump, which he refused to say for a while, he would say those names. Like,
right.
The other thing is that, and Jon Stewart acknowledges too, is that the late night model has become difficult. It is hard to produce these shows. It is expensive to produce these shows, The Daily Show included. There's a lot of people that goes into the production of those shows: writers, staff, talent, producers, everything. It is expensive. However, Stephen Colbert was not like at the bottom of the ratings.
No,
he was number one in network late night TV. So Paramount saying that it was purely a financial decision is kind of bullshit.
And they know that.
And listen, the parent company of CBS has a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
They have a fuck ton of money. They could fund The Late Show forever and not worry about making profit from it, because like Jon Stewart said, that show and the other late night shows have been making money for those networks forever. And it's not just their contribution. They lead into other shows which make other monies. Like, the advertisers like those shows.
That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Diz says my new name for the orange is Flump.
Flump. And Jon Stewart even talked, not on The Daily Show, but to other people, about like, you know, it's possible that they could try and cancel The Daily Show.
Yeah.
For similar reasons, because Trump hates it. And he's very critical of Trump. And that is, boy, that leads us down a road to like authoritarian fascist stuff where, like, do you remember the movie V for Vendetta?
Remember the 5th of November.
The guy that Stephen Fry played, like the late night talk show host who like did a whole thing about the chancellor and then got like fucking black bagged. Like, I don't know if Trump would go that far. However, him forcing these networks to cancel shows is a step in that direction.
But there's also the like crazy American element to the whole thing. Okay. Do you want the coverage to go from, okay, I can only say certain things because I'm on a network, to, Oh, I don't work for the network anymore.
Right.
Oh, I don't work for the network anymore. Like
right.
Again, Trump's eyes are bigger than his stomach. Oh, I'm gonna bring in the National Guard. I'm gonna take over a city. Okay, sir, what city would you like to get? LA. Maybe a smaller city we should start with, but
well,
I'm gonna go after colleges. I'll go for Harvard Law. Like I'm gonna go after the satire artist. I'm gonna go for Colbert. Not a good idea.
The crazy thing is, and I think he mentioned this in his monologue, is that like the one thing that Paramount and Trump forgot is that like he still has till May to say whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Like, what are they going to do? Fire him earlier?
He don't care. Check's already been the direct deposit's already in there, baby.
Yeah. May is
I
almost
already got paid.
a whole year away. He's got 10 months to just do whatever the fuck he wants.
That was a mistake.
Yeah.
That was a mistake.
And I mean, he could always go the fucking route that John Oliver went and go on like premium cable and then really say whatever he wants.
Who owns HBO?
Who does own HBO? It was AT&T for a while.
I'll let him look it up and then he'll see.
Yeah.
Kate Smith.
Is it the same company?
Yeah. Kate Smith says,
oh, I see. Warner Brothers Discovery.
Fash can't stand the humor because it shows others their weaknesses and they can't handle that. I think I said about 6 months ago, about now-ish, the summertime, this is when the paranoia kicks in because he's already tried to snatch the crown and it didn't work. So now he's like, oh no, what is the retaliation going to be for me trying to snatch the crown? Okay. Yeah. So he's going to be trying a lot of this performative bullshit because he has to save face. And of course,
Tons of Mice owns HBO, apparently.
Obviously.
Good on you, Tons of Mice.
He's very busy. Very busy. But that's, I mean, he's got 3 more years of this.
Yeah.
He's only 6 months in. He's got 3.5 years of this.
I mean, the crazy thing is like Jon Stewart renewed his contract just to do this to Donald Trump. And like, it's not just like him. There's other people who are like, yeah, no, we gotta get it in on this guy. Like, I remember the first 100 days of Trump's presidency, Rachel Maddow, who is now like part-time at MSNBC, did full-time work for those 3 months so that, you know, she could get her point across. And I know Stewart is doing the same thing. He was originally just supposed to do the election, and then that was it. And he's like, no, I'm doing all of 2025. And God knows, you know, he might extend his contract further after that.
I mean, Lawrence O'Donnell every night is not.
Yo, Lawrence O'Donnell, he has stopped giving fucks about what he says.
Let me tell you something about the stupidest president we've ever had in American history.
He's daring Trump to be like,
come at me, bro.
Yeah, he's like, come at me. Someone's got to fire this guy.
Come get me.
Yeah,
come get me. And this is what journalists are supposed to do. When you're sitting across from fucking Philly cheesesteak Netanyahu, I keep calling him that because he's not from fucking Israel. He was born in fucking Philadelphia. He was born in Pennsylvania fucking suburbs. So whatever. When Philly Netanyahu is sitting across from you and you just ask him about what kind of fucking burger he likes to eat, that's not journalism. This is the face of what journalism looks like. Yes, sir.
Breaking news, Mikey.
Oh boy.
The House Oversight Committee plans to subpoena Ghislaine Maxwell when they come back from their break.
I'm anticipating some cameras will be missing footage very soon.
There'll be a lot of Photoshop and Pro usage.
Premiere Pro, fucking 4 videos spliced into one. Yeah, I can picture that happening in the next couple of weeks. Because this is like they could have already done this.
Yeah.
Like she's been sitting there for years. She's been sitting there since what, 2020, 2021?
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all could have been asked her to come out and talk to her. Why now? What changed?
They unanimously approved a motion today to subpoena Maxwell. Only 4 members were present. That's funny.
That's democracy for you. 340 million people. 4 people voted on having the ringleader for one of the worst sex trafficking, child sex trafficking rings this country has ever seen. We'll get to it in a couple of weeks, y'all.
Yeah,
it's not important.
Yeah. The thing that's always been crazy to me is like, this is like way off the original topic, but you're right. Like those 4 people represent roughly 300,000 people each.
Yeah.
300 to 500,000, depending on like what state you live in.
Right.
When the original intention was for them to represent no more than like 30,000 people each. And
no more babies.
There's such a disconnect between, especially the Senate, but the House of Representatives and who they represent and how many people they represent, and like the disproportionality of House, like let's say the one rep from North Dakota, right, represents the entire state of North Dakota, but
all of its dozens of citizens.
Right. And AOC represents like a tiny suburb in New York City. She represents like 5 fucking blocks in New York City.
I forget what her district. I think it's like Manhattan and then like the bottom half of Queens or something. I forget.
Right, but like her district is so population dense that she barely represents like 10 square miles.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, there's one dude out there representing the entire state of fucking Idaho because nobody fucking lives there except for white supremacists apparently. And
a lot of them,
they all moved to Idaho. Never go to Idaho. There needs to be, when we eventually get to like reforming Congress, because it needs to happen.
Yes.
There needs to be like a new formula and maybe some members added to the House, because 435 ain't doing it no more. If it was by the original Constitution, the numbers would be like a couple thousand representatives, and that's too far on the other side. Like that's way too hefty to have like 2,000 representatives in the House. But maybe add another 100, balance it out a little bit, because right now it's crazy.
AOL.com says AOC's district sees 70% crime surge.
Oh yeah, thanks AOL.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time AOL was useful?
Who owns that now?
Says my third wife is in Idaho.
It makes sense. Checks out. Let me see. I'm trying to find. Oh, that's a Facebook thing.
Billy says Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, Ghislaine. That's her name.
Ali says 1,000 sounds about right by population. 1,000 would be, I think 1,000 would be probably the most I would consider. It would definitely bring down the number of people that they represent. And I think it would make them more representative of their districts then. There wouldn't be so much gerrymandering. Like, look how small that is.
This is the 14th district.
Half of it is water.
So this is covering College Point, Steinway, Melrose, Parkchester. Yep.
Throngs Neck. I've been there. I've been to that place.
So this is it.
Look at how much of her district is fucking water.
She better be out there in a boat. Goddamn paddle boat. Getting them votes.
Oh, she represents City Island. How many people live on City Island? Like a handful?
When I was in New York, I lived here.
And near Brookhaven?
I lived near Bellport.
Oh. You lived in New York?
Yeah.
When?
For about 7 months.
Why am I just now hearing about this?
I probably told you, but you know, y'all don't listen to me a lot. Y'all just be doing whatever.
Well, I knew you lived in Missouri.
See, this is the disrespect I got to deal with on a daily basis. Y'all see this? We were renting, so I could probably show you guys where we were. I think because I went to this marina and I have pictures on my phone. Or this little thingy here. But yeah. I walked from our place to, yeah, I think I was like right around here somewhere. Yeah, this looks about right. Yeah, George Sugar. Yeah, it was right here. Yeah. That's where I was.
The more you know.
Burr, 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 burr.
But like on the United States map, her little district versus the entire fucking state of North Dakota, how much of like the land mass that is North, nobody fucking lives there.
Well,
But
most of it is reservation.
Right. And they have one at-large representative. That's it. And they get
5 or 6 towns they have.
But the other problem in this is the fucking Senate, where the population of your state doesn't matter at all. You get 2 reps, no matter how many people you represent. So let's say like you get 2 reps in fucking Vermont, where Bernie Sanders lives there, but nobody else does. But they get 2 senators. And then California, where like a fifth of our population lives, 2 senators.
The entire state of North Dakota has 796,000 people.
Their population has decreased since in high school. I had to do a project on like the state of North Dakota. They had like 850,000 people in it. But that 700,000 is the max. I think that a House district is like that's the upper end. So like if they had more people, but they'd have to like take a district away from somewhere else, and that's the problem. Is that populations are shifting, and we only really change that every 10 years because of the census.
So my town, the one next to me, the one west of us, and the one south of us is the population of North Dakota.
Yeah,
my county. My county is the population of North Dakota.
Like, come on.
The 4 towns that are directly next to me, we could replace all of them. And we don't live on that much land.
I think one of the fundamental mistakes that the framers of the Constitution wrote into the Constitution is that the Senate did not deal with population. And I know that was a compromise that was made with the fucking slaveholders.
Yep.
In the Connecticut Compromise. And it ends up being very wrong because the South
Garfield show of unity.
The South always has control of the Senate. Always. Unless there's a big political wave. And it's unfortunate. Rant over.
Look at these fools.
Who are these guys?
Why is Anderson Cooper there?
Anderson Cooper's not a comedian. Get him the fuck out of there. I mean,
he's not funny.
His journalism is comedic, but he's not a fucking he's not a comedian, man.
He looks like Sam the Eagle from the Muppet Show.
He ain't doing comedy at the stand-up cellar. Like, get him out of there.
No. And I mean, like, and this is unfortunately, this is my cynical take about the whole thing.
Thanks, Tom.
You kicked out 100,000 motherfuckers.
Catching strays over here.
Yeah. Here's the one thing I'm not super jazzed about with this whole Colbert situation. Why couldn't you get fired over Gaza?
What do you mean?
Why did you just keep your job and not talk about God? Like, why didn't you lose your job over like an important issue?
Oh, I see.
Like why didn't you stick your stake in the ground and stand for something as opposed to I'll just be whimsical and oh no, I'm getting fired. He's gonna be just fine. For everybody who's like, oh my god, that show. He's already got way more money than he'll ever know what to do with. He'll be just fine. But for all of these other comedians to like just rally around him, it's like, but why don't you rally around people? Groups of people. You like whether these comedians like it or not, you are the cutting edge of political discourse.
Who's the guy next to Anderson Cooper?
I don't know.
I don't know if I've seen him.
Chat, help us. Identify man number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man number 5, please identify.
I will say this: the 2 guys on the left, I know them, and like
Oliver John Stewart, Jimmy Fallon, Seth Meyers, Dude and Anderson Cooper.
I don't know that much about Jimmy Fallon or Seth Meyers as far as their shows. I get clips every once in a while, but I don't really religiously follow their shows. But Oliver and Stewart, they have no problem criticizing Israel.
Yeah.
Or going after or talking about
China or Russia or any of these topics.
Yeah. Oliver's devoted entire shows to it.
I wish he wouldn't try to put jokes in everything. Just a little, his tone is just so off sometimes. It's so frustrating.
It is, and I think it's a victim of the writing process they have, because the way they write is they will do the story first. They will research the story first with no jokes.
Right.
And then they'll do passes where they add jokes to it. And then I think what ends up happening is what you're talking about. There's a weird tonal sort of separation of the actual story and then the jokes he's trying to do.
The last time I saw someone this hungry was Jack Skellington. It's
yeah.
Why are you joking about that? You know what I mean?
And I think he's gotten better at it over time, because the show has taken a little bit more serious tone since, I don't know, after COVID.
Yeah.
Because they have, writers cycle in and out and stuff like that.
No.
But yeah, I do agree that there are certain topics that he should take a little bit more seriously, especially if he's going to do them. But it is also a comedy show, so there's the constant grappling of that.
And it would be one thing if there was always an awkward joke. He's I don't know, they made me read that. And if that was a returning bit that he would just keep going back to, but it's just the audience is, you know what I mean? It just feels like the audience is guffawing super loud, and then something really emotional comes up, and then they're and then they're guffawing again, and then they're and it's
there's
I don't know that you can guffaw after the first why are you still guffawing after that?
Yeah, there's definitely a whiplash effect that I think sometimes John Oliver.
I think it was Breonna Taylor. His coverage of Breonna Taylor that kind of turned my stomach, and I was I'm fucking done with this shit. Everything's not fucking funny. And if you only want to do things that you can make jokes about, that's fine. No one's gonna get mad at you. But when you take something that's super fucking serious, but you have to get a pun in there.
Yeah. I think it works when he takes something that's super fucking boring and then punches it up. Healthcare or
Social Security.
Yeah. But
weird
you're right.
Examples displaying how outlandish one of these politics. That's great journalism. That's great reporting. I love that kind of shit. Making puns and slights and double entendres about death and people losing their freedom, or that's not funny.
Yeah.
I don't want to laugh with you. And it makes me think differently about you that you think that this is funny. You know what I mean?
Well, while we're criticizing John Oliver, my big problem with the show is that he rarely, if ever, follows up on something.
Yeah.
And it's a lot to do with the format of the show, but he will talk about a topic and then that's it. That's for big example. Something he got criticized for a lot was a few years back. He did a show about WWE and how Vince McMahon doesn't pay his wrestlers like their employees. He treats them like contractors and they don't have health insurance.
Right.
And when nothing changed, he never followed up. And I think that's a trend that happens a lot, is he'll talk about something let's say healthcare, nothing changes. And then maybe even a year from the original episode, he's not oh, we're revisiting this because it didn't change.
But Jon Stewart, when he was talking about the burn pits and the first responders and stuff like that, he went to Congress, and that was that's what cemented Jon Stewart as the GOAT. Is he actually got off of Comedy Central, went down to Congress and testified in front of Congress saying we need this money for these first responders and these and even David Hogg went out there and got some legislation passed for the burn pit victims. For soldiers that were deployed, because they just burn their garbage and then they would put fucking privates and shit over there, or PFCs, private first class, and make them shove everything. Oh, there you go. shove everything into the burn pit, and they breathe that shit in, and they have very serious medical conditions.
Yeah.
The comedian shouldn't be the guy that has to go up there and get fucking attention on these issues. But John Oliver doesn't do that. None of them do that. And it's like you got the strike perfect. Now leverage that into something that actually helps people. And they're like, no, I have to do my next episode. That's you guys' job.
Yeah.
It's like, but you're the one with the megaphone, dog.
And I will say that, like, back in the day, Colbert used to do that too. He'd gone to Congress a couple of times when he was filming the Colbert Report. And he would be very actively involved in whatever it is that he was, going to Congress about. And it's so weird because there is a difference between being a comedian and being a journalist, right?
Yes.
And Jon Stewart gets criticized for both siding it all the time, saying that, oh, I'm a comedian first and a journalist second, depending on what he's talking about.
It's less that these days, I think.
Yeah. But I think that maybe Oliver thinks of himself more as a comedian that's presenting topics than an actual like journalist who's like a comedian second. Because I think the show would be different if he saw things through the lens of a journalist first.
I hate to toot your horn here, but like the Shody does.
Yeah.
The Shody is hilarious. It is the writing should not be you should need a prescription to read those scripts. Like they're very, very good. But he covers hard topics.
Right. And I think that when it calls for it, there's jokes, and when you don't need jokes, I feel like he has the proper amount of outrage for things.
The appropriate emotion for the appropriate time.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the tone they get correct, is that like when they're talking about, like, they did a whole episode about the war in Gaza, and he's like, this is going to be like a tough one, guys, so we're not going to do too many jokes. I think if
go ahead. And then I'll do it.
Oh, I think if more shows presented it like that, like if John Oliver said, hey, this is going to be a serious episode, we're going to tone down the jokes a little bit, and we're going to have more righteous indignation, then it might be better for his perception.
Yep. 2 British pounds from Allie. TBH. To be honest, Oliver may be scared to get his green card removed.
But he is an American citizen now, so no green card to remove.
Just like Mehdi Hassan, they're naturalized.
Yeah, he got naturalized.
They're taxpayers. They're business owners. Yeah.
2022, I think Oliver got naturalized. So listen, he may be scared that Trump is just going to think he's a foreigner and deport him anyway. Like some of those dudes in that fucking thing with Mehdi, like, oh, you should get out of here. Even though he's just British, like, can't have too many Brits in this country.
They'll start buying red coats, Tim.
But I think you're right, Mikey. There's probably a bigger conversation to be had over like what is comedy and journalism, and like how those two things interact, and like the intersectionality of it, because maybe Colbert could have done things better with regards to Gaza, but what are the network pressures on him? What is CBS telling him about what he can and can't say? He has more restraints on him than John Oliver or Jon Stewart because they're on cable.
Right.
So yeah, he could get fired for saying that shit, like straight up. But maybe Jon Stewart has more freedom to do it. And I know John Oliver has a lot more freedom to do it because HBO doesn't care what he says.
Nope. They're deliberately not watching the episodes.
Because like he's badmouthed his parent companies over and over and over for being shitty. And he gets carte blanche for the most part. I'm sure there's certain things he can't say, but they're very few.
It is confirmed. The Prince of Darkness has passed away.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He just did his final show like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
I saw it in the chat, so I went and confirmed it. Yep. He is gone. Rest in peace, Ozzy.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah. 76.
Damn.
Who knew he would make it that long?
For real. Longer than I didn't know he was going to get out of the 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah. Well, I
He
mean,
was looking rough there for a while.
For the last like 5 or so years, he's had serious back problems. He had multiple surgeries and all that.
Yeah.
He couldn't perform for a while. Even in the performance he did a few weeks ago, he was sitting in a chair. It was an awesome chair.
I didn't even go see his I went to the first year or second year they had Ozfest for free. And then like he was in a wheelchair when they brought him up. And then I saw Zach Wild with his signature circle black and white guitar, and I was like, cool. Let's get the fuck out of here. There's about 10,000 people in here, and I'm trying to get the fuck out of this traffic. And it still took us like 35 minutes to get out of the like circly, workily fucking parking lot line. So
well then I got a fun story to tell about Ozzy. I never met him, but my mom met him because she's a musician, and she went to go see Black Sabbath when they were like just getting big.
Your mom is such a delight. She fucking like, I know she drives you crazy sometimes, but she just cracks me up. She is she's such a butterfly floating through.
I know. She's so carefree. But she was like front row at a Black Sabbath concert, and like I think she got a guitar pick from the guitarist. Like it was thrown at her. And like she was like, I touched Ozzy and blah blah. And I was like, okay, that's cool. But she is such a fan of like Ozzy and Black Sabbath and all that. Like, I'm sure she's gonna call me any minute actually and be like, did you hear what happened?
She'd be like, it happened. So I think we're just about done here. Rest in peace, Ozzy.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Let's have a smile, shall we?
Go listen to War Pigs.
I was just did you know? Oh, Tim, see if you can find it for me and then drop it in the chat for the people.
What am I looking for?
T-Pain did a cover of War Pigs.
Oh, I've heard that. It's very good.
Maybe they would enjoy that, I think. But as a palate cleanser, sorry today was a little bit heavy. It's a little bit shouty. We still love you guys. We didn't read everything that you guys said, but I'm sorry. This lady is the funniest lady that there has ever been. She is, I'm imagining, quite tall, and she is she is not letting my man's just get his coffee in peace. Enjoy.
You is handsome. I'm talking to you.
He turned around.
Baby, I could take you home and spoil the shit out of you. You ready for a wife? Well, what you want? You can get it. Oh, I like me some smile in a package.
My hair like this, boy.
What? Yo, what? Baby, you is fine. You don't want this big Amazon in front of you. Well, I'm that big juicy for you. Ain't that right? Tell them. You see this? Go ahead, baby. Go pay for it. You want me to pay for that car? You is handsome.
Watch him look behind him.
I'm talking to you.
Who? The guy behind me?
He's like,
baby.
To be fair, I'd be like, not that guy? Not me, right?
He took a very polite step back and looked like, yes, that man is handsome. Oh.
I'm gonna spoil the shit out of you.
Someone came up to me and was like, I would fuck the shit out of you. I'd be like, I need an adult.
I like the energy she's
ready
giving.
For a wife? Well, what you want? You can get it. Oh, I like me some smile in a package.
My hair like this, boy.
What? Yo, what? Baby, you is fine. You don't want this big Amazon in front of you. Well, I'm that big juicy for you. Ain't that right? Tell them.
Men are so fucking stunted. He didn't even know what to do. It broke him. It completely broke him.
I will be honest. I wouldn't know what to do either. Like,
we don't even know what happens.
Part of my like isms is that like I don't take compliments very well. I'm like, yeah, I guess, sure, whatever. So I'd be like, not me, man. Listen, leave me alone. That's too much stress.
Chrissy is correct. The exit is free and clear. Run for your damn life. He
Yeah.
didn't run, did
Yeah.
he? He didn't run, did he? He was all like, I don't know how I would do that. Don't want a wife. I get in trouble. Yeah. She fucking stun locked his ass. That was so good. So I'm not encouraging everyone to go out there and sexually harass people. But if you get the opportunity to have a little fun,
I'm talking.
I'm talking to you. And he's like,
I want that on the soundboard now.
Health food. You is handsome. I'm talking to you, baby. I could take you home and spoil the shit out of you.
You don't know.
You ready for a wife? Well, what you want? You can get it. Oh, I like me something small in a package.
My hair like this, boy.
What? Yo, what? Baby, you is fine. You don't want this big Amazon in front of you.
oh my God.
Make somebody feel pretty. That's your homework. Right. Make someone feel pretty.
Like and subscribe on YouTube. Tons of likes. Become a member. It doesn't cost that much money, and you get cool stuff like the videos I've been posting about making pizza and all that other stuff. Patreon.com/spinpodcast, where you get the same things. And follow and subscribe on Twitch. We got one more super chat.
Oh,
Tim Ballum, 2 British pounds.
Thank you, Tim.
She bet he had a face like a bag of spanners.
He's about the size of a spanner. I don't know if he can be picky.
And
join
us tomorrow at the dinner table, where we will be watching the full video of me making pizza
and dim sum.
Ooh, dim sum. Yeah. And we'll vote on the video that I make next.
That's true. I'm making pulled pork, I think, tonight.
It's
1 o'clock. I gotta get started on it if we want to eat dinner at like 6 or 7.
I'm making homemade crunch wraps.
It's just bread wraps, dude. It's just bread. It's all bread in there.
But I'm even making my own corn, the flat tortillas. I'm making my own.
Well, squeeze me, Mr. Cornmeal. I don't do that. I buy buns. But I have, dude, if you've probably had Milagros, the tortillas.
Yes. Yeah.
They're made fucking 10 miles, 15 miles up the street from me.
Oh my God.
When I was working at the grocery store, when they fucking would deliver them, they would still be hot sometimes.
Oh my God. Oh,
like we have a large Latino population. So we are never without good tortillas whenever we need them.
So join us tomorrow.
Somebody's birthday?
Is it Trip's birthday?
Trip, is it your birthday?
Kate seems to think so.
But they do that all the time. There's like happy birthday, Diz, and then everybody says happy birthday, Diz, and then it's like it's not my birthday. It's not my birthday. That's also a fun trick. Just go into somebody's chat like happy birthday, so and so, and then just leave. And just close the window, and they're gonna have to defend that for the next Trip. Happy birthday! Oh my God! Yes, it is his. Oh my God! He's smiling because it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Trip.
Trip says no.
He says no, don't celebrate. Okay. Happy birthday! Here, you get this for your birthday.
I love Tesla.
All right, Mikey, let's get out of here.
WTF? Who's in charge?
Oh my God. That's a good one. Oh, we got to post that video. We're also going to post a video of all of the soundboard clips.
Oh, yeah.
Because we went through that and it was quite hilarious.
I hope I didn't delete it.
I hope we didn't delete it. I saw it. I don't know if it got deleted.
I deleted something because you know that meeting room was all fucked up and we couldn't use it.
Oh, yes. Ooh, hopefully it didn't get deleted.
So maybe I didn't delete it.
No, because it's under unboxed.
Yeah, I wouldn't have went over there. You're right.
Oh.
You're right.
Yeah, so
I'm just trying to sneak this onto the soundboard real quick.
I'm talking to you.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Happy birthday, Trip.
I'm talking to you.
She's so sweet. All right. We love y'all. We really do. We'll see you later.
Bye.
See you tomorrow. Bye.